It was in the early 60s that our family moved to Professor's Colony in Nagpur. It was late Bhayaji Pandey, a great and eminent educationist who took the lead in developing a colony for the teachers of colleges run under his patronage. The colony, and I recall distinctly, had very few houses then. I recall that my younger brother, Raju, was unwell with seizures, and we did not know anyone in that area. Someone told us that the last house at the end of the road has a lady doctor who can treat my brother. We immediately rushed my brother to that house to meet the doctor, who immediately gave medicines to my brother and assured us that all was well. She was the mother of Dr. Yashwant, also known as Raju Deshpande, and wife of Dr. S.A. Deshpande, Sridhar Atmaram Deshpande, popularly known as Dr. S.A. Deshpande, and that was the beginning of an everlasting and intimate bonding with the two families of Dravids and and Deshpandes that continues in the third generation with equal intensity and affection. As we celebrate Dr. Deshpande's centenary, his children, all distinguished in their own fields, are publishing a commemorative book honoring their father's contributions. I am honored and privileged to contribute to it. Both Dr. Deshpande's and my father's career trajectory ran parallel. Both taught in the same college in the beginning. Later, both became heads of the departments in the respective areas, father in philosophy and Dr. Deshpande in economics in Nagpur University. Both got their doctorates around the same time. Both were thick buddies, and every evening, without fail, they met at our house to discuss everything under the sun. During the 2 years that our parents were off to USA, father had a teaching assignment at the East West Center in the University of Hawaii. Dr. Deshpande would often walk to our place in the evening and take me for a walk to a nearby temple, Rajabaksha temple as we call it. He would often take some books from our library to read and later discuss with me the contents and his impressions. Age difference notwithstanding, he treated me like his friend, and that left an everlasting impression on me. Dr. Deshpande was a man who effortlessly wore many hats, a brilliant academician, a beloved professor of economics, a master networker, a dedicated administrator, and above all, a family man with an infectious sense of humor. Dr. Deshpande, gifted with innate curiosity and combined with natural wit, was a popular person among his peers. He had an uncanny ability to see humor in the mundane, turning everyday experiences into delightful anecdotes that brought laughter to everyone around him. When I try to analyze his personality, I find him endowed with what I call as chef qualities, SHEAF. What are these traits? The letter S stands for sincerity. The letter H stands for helpfulness. The letter E stands for enthusiasm. The letter A represents affection and F represents friendliness. Let me dwell on these traits. A girl from Chennai who did not know a word of Marathi or Hindi, only English, lands in Nagpur. She had come to appear for her, I think, graduate examination in economics. She meets Dr. Deshpande as someone gave reference of Dr. Deshpande, who immediately brought her to our house as we were the Tamil speaking family around. Arvinda Valli, that was the name of the girl, got adopted in both our families, and Dr. Deshpande became her friend, philosopher, and guide. That was the sincerity and friendliness in its full glory. My father, due to his simple and naive at times nature, had few issues in the university politics, and Dr. Deshpande stood like a rock and helping him get his professorship. That was his helpfulness. On few occasions, when Dr. Deshpande came to Delhi, we were fortunate to host him. In each visit, he would make sure that I took him to meet his two friends, late Vasant Sathe, who was a minister in Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's cabinet, and Advocate Dhabe, S.W. Dhabe, who was a member of parliament. That was abiding and enduring friendship for you. It is gratifying to note that this trait of friendship is being passed from his generation to the second and the third generation. Every day, his elder son, Yashwant, also known as Raju, who is an eminent surgeon, comes to our home at 5:30 sharp. Both he and my brother Raju go for a walk and have coffee at our place. Recently, my brother got literally a second lease of life when Dr. Deshpande's grandson, Dr. Abhinav, an internationally acclaimed oncosurgeon, detected malignancy in my brother at an early stage, fortunately, and successfully operated on him. Dr. Deshpande's academic legacy is being successfully carried on by his second son, Dr. Vinayak Deshpande, Vinu, as we know him, who has done his PhD in economics and holds vice chancellorship of a prestigious university. Not only the sons, but his daughters as well, have excelled in academics and made a name for themselves. Dr. Deshpande was a natural networker. He believed in the power of connections as was known for his extensive network of colleagues, former students, and professionals from various fields. His ability to bring people together was unmatched, and he often hosted gatherings that were a mix of intellectual discussions and light-hearted banter. Dr. Deshpande's network was not just wide but deep, built on genuine relationships and mutual respect. In Chennai, I once happened to meet Dr. Shanmugasundaram, who was the first vice chancellor of Manomanian Sundarnar University and former head of economics department of Madras University, and also visiting professor at the University of Oxford. He fondly recalled to me his visit to Nagpur to deliver a lecture series in the economics department, and his shared his close bonds with Dr. Deshpande. As an administrator, Dr. Deshpande's leadership was marked by his vision and his ability to inspire those around him. He served as the dean of the social science stream in the university, where he implemented innovative programs that bridged the gap between academic theory and real world application. His tenure saw a significant rise in the department's reputation, attracting students and faculty from across the country. Despite his professional commitments, Dr. Deshpande never compromised on his role as a family man. He was a loving husband and a doting father, always making time for his family. His home was a place of warmth and laughter, filled with stories and jokes that reflected his unique sense of humor. If I were to say, Dr. Deshpande's family was his anchor, providing him with the support and love that, in a way, fueled his professional success. In his later years, Dr. Deshpande continued to inspire through his writing and public speaking. His speeches, much like his lectures, were a blend of wisdom and wit, leaving his audience both enlightened and entertained. Even as he faced health challenges, Dr. Deshpande's spirit remained unbroken, his humor undiminished. Dr. Deshpande's legacy is one of brilliance, laughter, and connection. He touched the lives of many, leaving behind a world richer in knowledge and joy. His story is a testament to the power of intellect and humor, and to the impact one person can have as a scholar, a leader, a connector, and a family man. To conclude, if I were to point out two sterling qualities of Dr. Deshpande, I would say it was loyalty and scholarship. Loyalty to the institutions he served, loyalty to his friends, loyalty to family, and deep scholarship in economics. I feel privileged to have been given this opportunity to express my feelings. Thank you very much.